All right, beautiful people, once again, I welcome you to my lovely YouTube channel that gives you the back-to-back news and information on things happening in the land. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed and turn on your notifications so that you get notified whenever we drop our spanking news. Without wasting much of your time, make I go straight to the news where I carry come for you today on our news platform because now for here we dey run yes, and we dey run the back-to-back news, we dey run the back-to-back informate as it dey happen for Biafran land. Straight to the news where I carry come for you. Huriwa to Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chief, enough of the humiliation of Igbos, others in Southeast humanly. The news in detail. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, has urged the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Wabim Musa, to immediately activate pragmatic mechanism to stamp out all sort of dehumanizing treatments being meted out to travelers in the Southeast region by operatives of security services manning roadblocks. Huriwa has expressed excitement over the decision of the CDS to appoint a senior advisor on human rights with a full-fledged office. The human rights advocacy group stated that the decision could signpost a positive and constructive development which, if our analyses are correct, could only mean that the topmost 7 military officer has the greatest inclination towards showing respect for the rule of law and respect for human rights of the citizens and members of the armed forces. The group has also, therefore, called for broad-based consultative partnership between the security agencies and credible civil rights advocacy groups in the country so the civil populace could be carried along to support the military in the war on terror and in carrying out other legal objectives through internal security operations. Huriwa, which specifically addressed challenges confronted by travelers within the southeast of Nigeria, said that for over 5 years now, passengers within the southeast traveling through military roadblocks are subjected to such degrading, dehumanizing, and disgusting treatment, like forcing them to disembark from the vehicles and to raise their hands like people about to be sold into slavery. And then these security operatives could not even bother to conduct any searches on the vehicles but simply derive joy in allowing passengers to go through embarrassing and disturbing ordeals. The Rights Group said this mistreatment and dehumanizing conditionality imposed on travelers by the military operatives who man the roadblocks in the southeast region is absolutely unconstitutional and illegal. The association said the human rights provisions in Chapter 4 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria were binding on all authorities. It further underscored the necessity of military operatives being made to observe the rules of engagement that would not go contrary to the universal human rights laws, including those provisions in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and the African Human and People's Rights Principles. In a statement by its national coordinator, Comrade Emmanuel Onwubiko Huriwa disclosed that it was throwing her weight behind the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Abia State Council, that has recently expressed worry over the continuous humiliation of passengers at military checkpoints across Southeast geopolitical zone. NUJ, in a communique after its monthly congress in Umuahia, strongly condemned the practice and demanded its immediate stoppage, saying it was not a public image for the military. It reads in part, Congress observes with perplexity and condemns in very strong terms the ongoing humiliation and dehumanization of commuters at some military checkpoints on the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway, especially at the NNPC Mega Filling Station, Umuahia, Abia State University, Uchuru Apsu Junction, Onuako Uturu near the border with Ebonyi State, among others. Congress queries the rationale behind ordering passengers to disembark at the checkpoint and trek across even when no checks are conducted on their vehicles. It therefore calls on the state government to prevail on the military authorities to review the practice, which is generating public condemnation. We continue with the news. Huriwa went further to say that the CDS, as an officer that has shown inclination towards the adherence to the rule of law and respect for the human rights of the Nigerian citizens, must impress it on the other service chiefs. The Inspector General of Police and the Director General of Department of State Services, DSS, that treating citizens of any section of the country like slaves was totally unacceptable. The group asked the army to fine-tune her operational modalities in the southeast, adopt law-based, rights-based, and intelligence-based strategic approaches in combating insecurity in the country. Besides, Huriwa said Section 42(1) of the Nigerian Constitution prohibits discrimination of citizens on the basis of their ethnic, religious, or political affiliation. If therefore tasked the CDS to treat these complaints with the highest attention that it deserves, because segregating and treating Igbo travelers or other travelers within the southeast like a conquered population is antithetically to the principles behind the setting up of the Department of Civil and Military Affairs by 3 tiers of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, such as the Army, the Air Force, and the Nigerian Navy. All right, my people, you people actually know the ordeal of the Igbos or Biafrans in the southeastern part of the country. Una know wetin dey happen, so no be something wey be say I go come dey talk over and over again. You know how people has been reduced to nothing, by these so-called security agencies. It is so painful. At least they were able to pinpoint some places where these things have been happening. Now, I don't know if people have actually, noticed the one that has been happening in within Owerri, that Owerri Aba, that Imo Abad road, just along that road, after Ngakpal, I think Owerenta or so. Where you will have to... Oh, no, Airport Junction. Yeah, Airport Junction in Imo State. Yeah, Airport Junction in Imo State. You must come down. No matter who you are, whether you're pregnant, you will come down and you will walk on the road. These things, I don't even understand the tactics that these people use in doing their own security. This is not how it is done in other countries. At least there are room to learn. For me, I think just like as Huriwa said, this thing are just to fall people's hands in the southeastern part of the country, to bring them, to reduce them to nothing, because you feel that you have the power. So you can actually go further to do whatever you want to do, to them, just to please yourself or to please, your emotions or your prowess. It is totally wrong. This is not how we go about it. This is not how to run security. Even my issue there is that most times I wonder, what are these people even checking? At times, normal human being go bone face. You don't know wetin man dey think. Person go bone face. Police go call you out. Start to dey search you because you bone face. So you don't have any right to bone face. You don't have any right to complain. The country hard. The country no dey even dey give person joy. They say it's their own way of it. It's called psychology. That is not how psychology works. That is not how psychology works. And that is why in this country, on daily basis, criminals, keep on going free on daily basis. Why the innocent people are the ones, suffering and languishing in their so-called prison. This is not how to go about, about the issue of insecurity in the southeastern part of the country, it will not curtail insecurity. Huriwa has actually pointed a lot here, and honestly speaking, this has been the genesis of our problem in the southeastern part of the country. Not be all this gragra wey dem dey do. No be all this gragra. Wetin dey happen still dey happen in the southeastern part of the country. These people need to, bring another means of handling the issue of insecurity. They really need to. If not, it will get bad. It will come to a stage, where people will no longer be able to come back home because of the fear of the unknown. It is already happening. People are scared to come back to their home. And Igbos, you know how they love to come back. You know how they love, to spend, their festive period with their loved ones. But this time around, it's happening the other way around, and people are really scared because of the insecurity that has been ravaging the society, especially the southeastern part of Biafran land. Thank you once again for joining us on this YouTube platform. You don't hear as I take carry the news come. Please, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, then you're wrong. Subscribe to our channel and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you too can get notified whenever we drop our spanking news. God bless you once again for joining us.